oh turn, turn, oh turn, turn, oh turn, turn from violence, turn, turn, turn from violence, turn, oh turn, turn from violence, turn, turn, turn from violence, turn, oh turn, and turn from war, turn, oh turn, turn from war, oh turn, oh turn, turn from war, turn, oh turn, turn from war, oh turn, oh turn, turn, oh turn, oh turn, turn, oh turn, oh turn, turn, oh turn, turn from hatred, turn, turn, turn from hatred, turn, oh turn, turn from hatred, turn, turn from hatred, turn, oh turn, and turn from fear, turn, oh turn, turn from fear, oh turn, oh turn, turn from fear, turn, oh turn, turn from fear, oh turn, oh turn, and turn from war, turn, oh turn, turn from war, oh turn, oh turn, turn from war, turn, oh turn, turn from war, oh turn, oh turn, turn, 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 oh turn, and turn to peace, turn, oh turn, turn to peace, oh turn, oh turn, turn to peace, turn, oh turn, turn to peace, oh turn, oh turn, and turn to truth, turn, oh turn, turn to truth, oh turn, oh turn, turn to truth, turn, oh turn, turn to truth, oh turn, and turn to wisdom, turn, oh turn, 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 and turn to justice, turn, oh turn, 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 turn, oh turn, oh turn, turn, oh turn, oh turn, turn, oh turn, oh turn, and we shall be free, 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 and we shall we shall
following the church service yesterday at the Presbyterian Church, they had a time of what they called nurturing conversation. And so we all sat down, and I was the facilitator, but I wanted to hear from them any questions they might have, because we had gone through the service together. I gave a homily and shared the lament and so on. And so one person spoke up and asked this question: how can I keep my peace? The peace within peace. And what would you say to her?
I would say true peace comes when you hand it all over to God and don't pick it up.
We did a lot of talk about hands yesterday, and stretch out your hand even became the title of the bulletin. And so yeah, and that was right at the heart of it. That gospel passage that we had talked about for 3 nights in a row, one of the stories in that gospel passage is where Jesus goes and prays all night long. Right? And I can imagine him stretching out his hands, right, to God, and entrusting everything over to him. So absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Our Saturday programs, all 3 of the ones that are on the program present, and the title for them is Practices to Help You Become Peaceful and Remain Peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say, because I've experienced it, that regular prayer or regular other type of practice, whatever a person likes, really, but to focus on your inner being and focus on whoever God is to you.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
I might say, do your best to find your inner peace, your connection to God as you experience it, and enjoy that. And ask, hand the rest over to God, but ask, what is my part in this? From my peace, what do you want me to do with the bigger picture, rather than me trying to fear it or hate it or sort it? That's the handing over part I use is, okay, I see a mess. I'll let you contain it all. Just show me how to move now.
Okay. It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no one answer that would
Right.
satisfy all people. My own response to this person was, because she asked me directly, how do you keep your peace? Right? So I shared with her a little bit of my own inner practice, my own prayer practice, where I sit and simply let thoughts come and let thoughts go. And sometimes, if I'm lucky, I'm in a place where I can do that to a significant degree. And then sometimes I sit and I imagine sitting with God in a way I would sit with a friend, but no words necessarily, just sitting with God. And there's a kind of, for me, a peacefulness that can happen, not always, but sometimes. It's like sitting in the presence of someone that you really care about and respect and trust, and they feel the same about you. So, just hanging out together, sipping coffee, it's a good practice. So I shared with this person basically that understanding, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought that was not an honest answer. And I never got the chance to explain that to her because I thought about it after the fact, which often happens, why it wasn't, and maybe better, a more accurate response, more truthful, more complete. And I think what I would say to her now is, in response to the question, how do I keep my peace? I would say, I don't. I can't. Okay. I think that's a more honest answer for me, because there are moments when I don't feel very peaceful. There are moments when it just isn't in me, this sense of peacefulness. So I lose it, and I think that's important to acknowledge, because otherwise sometimes people get the impression that, oh, you always have peace, or you Christians, you people who pray, you have peace all the time, and look at me, man, that's quite a contrast. I cannot relate to you, kind of feeling, And so I think it's important to, bless the mess, as one of my friends says, to acknowledge the inner state that is often not peaceful, but anything but. And it's really, really important. And the other thing I think I would say to her is the emphasis for me needs to be not so much on how I can keep my peace, because it almost sounds like a commodity. I got my peace. I got my peace. It's like, it's mine to possess. And I don't think that's what peace is interiorly. I think much deeper, peace is a relationship. And this relationship with God, to whom I give over everything. Kind of like what we were talking about just a moment ago, with hands up, stretched into your hands, I give my mess. Bless the mess, God, because it's real. This is what I'm going through, and so on. And to me, that's a very honest approach. And so peace is ultimately not from me.
Right.
Peace is ultimately from God, who is the source of peace. And as Jesus once said, my peace I give you. If you want to settle for your peace, it's okay. Just do what you want. But my peace I give you. And that's a gift. So in some sense, if we follow Jesus in that way, peace is a gift from God. And this gesture is very appropriate. And then, of course, if we really want to go into the Gospels more, we see that not too many people came up to Jesus and said, how do I keep my peace, Jesus? Right?
Yeah.
Right? That wasn't a question, actually. I mean, I could be wrong on that. Check me out in the Gospels. But people have other kinds of questions, like, what must I do? And Jesus responds, of course, at one point, give it all away. And in a sense, he was saying, you want to have peace? Let go of things. You want to have peace? Follow my commandments. Love one another like I love you. And you will have plenty of peace and plenty of joy. And so on and so forth. And it's kind of like a manual almost, you know,
Mhm.
like a good guide and with the Spirit's guidance. So I understand a little bit of what this person was asking. And, so I would want to sit down, and hopefully I'll have more opportunity to do that, and say, basically, I can't keep my peace. That's not what happens. But I can become more peaceful as I let go and trust everything to God. Then I can become more peaceful. We'll close with a song. That actually is the title of the book, called Bless This Mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's not working. Okay, we'll just hope and trust that it'll be okay. So you know the melody. The words tonight will be oh, in the dark of night. Oh, behold the light of Christ. Oh, in the dark of night. Oh, behold the light of Christ. In the dark of night. Oh, behold the light of Christ. In the dark of night. Oh, behold the light of Christ. How then shall we live? Oh, how then shall we live? How then shall we live? Oh, how then shall we live? How then shall we live? Oh, how then shall we live? How then shall we live? How then shall we live? At the close of this day, we give thanks for your great love for all peoples everywhere. May your love give us peace. May our trust in you help us to become more peaceful. May it be so. Amen.